Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome. Alhamdulillah, today marks the eighth day of our consecutive live streams, and we are thrilled to have you join us on this blessed journey. In this session, my younger brother and I will be reciting verses 71 to 85 of Surah Al Kahf, along with their translation and inner meanings. This surah is a treasure trove of wisdom, and these verses in particular carry profound lessons about the transient nature of this world and the importance of focusing on the hereafter. We're also honored to have some amazing guests, young scholars and thinkers, joining us today to make this session even more special. We have Hossain Al Mahmud, Mahmoud Torikul Islam, Mikhail Faransi, Saad Muhammad Zarif, Zayeem Abdullah, and Kazi Mahathir Rahman Ayaan. So, a huge shout out to them for their support in helping us spread the words of Islam, especially during this sacred month of Ramadan. May Allah reward them abundantly. Ameen. If you missed our previous live streams, don't worry. You can catch up on all of them on our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future sessions. For your convenience, we've included a link below to Surah Al Kahf chapter 18 on Quran.com, where you can follow along with the English translation. Feel free to check it out in the description. By the way, for those of you who love Arabic calligraphy, we have some exciting news. We sell beautiful Arabic calligraphy pieces on our Facebook page. For this Ramadan, we're offering a special bonus: free day delivery anywhere within Dhaka city. So if you're looking to add a touch of spirituality to your home or gift someone special, check out our page and take advantage of this limited time offer. Okay, now I would request our fellow participants and young thinkers introduce themselves, starting with Mikhail Faransi. Mikhail, please introduce yourself.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mikhail Faransi. My original non-Muslim name is Kevin. I'm from France and I reverted to Islam at around 2023. Alhamdulillah, I'm now studying Islam under AMAU Academy and under Sheikh Ahmed Musa Jibril. May Allah preserve them.
Now I'm requesting Mahmoud Torikul Islam to introduce himself.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Mahmoud Torikul Islam. I read in Manara Dhaka International School and College in 2007.
Now I'm requesting Brother Zayeem Abdullah Mahdi to introduce himself.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Zayeem Abdullah Mahdi. I study in Mahad International School and College, Class 8.
Now I would request Brother Saad Muhammad Zarif to introduce himself.
Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Saad Muhammad Zarif. I study in Manara Dhaka International School and College in Class 5.
Thank you everyone for introducing themselves to our viewers. Here I have Hossain Al Mahmud.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah, dear viewers. I am Hossain Al Mahmud. I study in Standard 5 of Manara Dhaka International School and College.
And I, Hossain Al Mahdi, will be the host guiding you through today's live stream session. So we will be starting with the recitation from verse 71 to verse 76, then followed by Mahmoud Torikul Islam We will recite from verse 77 to verse 80. Sorry, verse 85. Okay, so I'm starting now. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فانطلقا حتى إذا ركبا في السفينة خرقها قال أخرقتها لتغرق أهلها لقد جئت شيئا إمرا قال ألم أقل إنك لن تستطيع معي صبرا قال لا تؤاخذني بما نسيت ولا ترهقني من أمري عسرا فانطلقا حتى إذا لقيا غلاما فقتله قال قتلت نفسا زكية بغير نفس قال قتلت نفسا زكية بغير نفس لقد جئت شيئا نكرا قال ألم أقل لك إنك لن تستطيع معي صبرا قال إن سألتك عن شيء بعدها فلا تصاحبني قد بلغت من لدني عذرا فانطلقا حتى إذا أتيا أهل قرية استطعما أهلها فأبوا أن يضيفوهما فوجدا فيها جدارا يريد أن ينقض فأقامه قال لو شئت لاتخذت عليه أجرا قال هذا فراق بيني وبينك سأنبئك بتأويل ما لم تستطع عليه صبرا أما السفينة فكانت لمساكين يعملون في البحر فأردت أن أعيبها وكان وراءهم ملك يأخذ كل سفينة غصبا. Now I would request Mahmoud Torikul Islam to continue from verse 80 to 85.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فانطلقا حتى إذا أتيا أهل قرية
Mahmoud, it's from verse 80. وَأَمَّا الْغُلَامُ.
Okay. وأما الغلام فكان أبواهما مؤمنين فخشينا أن يرهقهما طغيانا وكفرا فأردنا أن يبدلهما ربهما خيرا منه زكاة وأقرب رحما وأما الجدار فكان لغلامين يتيمين في المدينة وكان تحته كنز لهما وكان أبوهما صالحا فأراد ربك أن يبلغا أشدهما ويستخرجا كنزهما رحمة من ربك وما فعلته عن أمري كذلك تأويل ما لم تستطيع عليه صبرا ويسألونك عن ذي القرنين قل سألت عليكم منه ذكرا إنا مكنا له في الأرض وآتيناه من كل شيء سببا فأتبع سببا صدق الله العظيم.
Thank you, Mahmoud Torikul Islam, and yes, for his beautiful recitation. Now we will be proceeding with the translation of these verses. I'm sharing the screen. So today's verses are verses from verse 71. Now I'm requesting Brother Zayeem Abdullah to read the translation from verse 71 to 76. Brother, please start.
So they set out, but after they had forded a sheep, the man made a hole in it. Moses protested, "Have you done this to drown its people? You have certainly done a terrible thing." He replied, "Did I not say that you cannot have patience with me?" Moses pleaded, "Excuse me for forgetting, and do not be hard on me." So they proceeded until they came across a boy, and the man killed him. Moses protested, "Have you killed an innocent soul who killed no one? You have certainly done a horrible thing." He answered, "Did I not tell you that you cannot have patience with me?" Moses replied, "If I ever question you about anything after this, then do not keep me in your company, for by then I would have given you enough of an excuse." So they moved on until they came to the people of a town. They asked,
Okay, thank you, Zayeem.
they asked them,
Okay,
Naam,
okay. Mahathir, can you hear us? Kazi Mahathir, can you hear us?
naam. Hello, Mahathir. Can you hear us?
Okay, I think he's having some issues. I will request Mahmoud to continue from verse 77.
So they moved on until they came to the people of a town. They asked them for food, but the people refused to give them hospitality. There they found a wall ready to collapse. So the man set it right. Moses protested, "If you wanted, you could have demanded a fee for this." He replied, "This is the parting of our ways. I will explain to you what you could not bear patiently. As for the ship, it belonged to some poor people
Yes. Mhm.
working at sea. So I intended to damage it, for there was a tyrant king ahead of them who seizes every good ship by force. And as for the boy, his parents were true believers, and we feared that he would pressure them into defiance, defiance, defiance and disbelief. So we hoped that their Lord would give them another, more virtuous and caring in his place. And as for the wall, it belonged to two orphan boys in the city, and under the wall was a treasure that belonged to them, and their father had been a righteous man. So your Lord willed that these children should come of age and retrieve their treasure, as a mercy from your Lord. I did not do it all on my own. This is the explanation of what you could not bear patiently. They ask you, O Prophet, about Zulkarnain. They say, I will relate you something of his narrative. Surely we established them in the land and gave him the means to all things. So he traveled a course.
We continue with this one.
حتى إذا بلغ مغرب الشمس وجدها تغرب في عين حمئة ووجد عندها قوما قلنا يا ذا القرنين إما أن تعذب وإما أن تتخذ فيهم حسنا
until he reached the setting point of the sun, which appeared to him to be setting in a spring of murky water, where he found some people. We said, O Zulkarnain, either punish them or treat them kindly.
That was the end of the translation session. Now, I would request Brother Mikhail Faransi to continue with the summarization of Tafsir ibn Kathir. Please start, brother.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله والحمد لله وصلى الله عليه وسلم وآله وصحبه أجمعين. So for the tafsir, Surah Al Kahf 71 and 73, they're grouped together. It's talking about the damaging of the boat. Allah tells us that Musa and his companion Al-Khidr set out having come to an agreement and reached an understanding. Al-Khidr made the condition that Musa should not ask him about anything he found distasteful until he himself initiated the discussion and offered an explanation. So they went on board the ship. As described in a hadith, the crew recognized Al-Khidr and let them ride on board free of charge as an honor to Al-Khidr. When the boat took them out to sea, they were far away from the shore. And Al-Khidr got up and damaged the boat, pulling out one of its planks and then patching it up again. Musa alayhi could not restrain himself from denouncing him. So he said to him, "Have you damaged it wherein its people will drown?" In here there's actually a grammatical the grammatical structure of the sentence in Arabic implies that this was the consequence, not the purpose of his action. So when Al-Khidr took out the plank and repaired it, he did not mean, and Musa said that this will cause people to drown. It's as in the consequence, not that it's a purpose that Al-Khidr did that. After that, he says, "Verily, you have committed a thing." About Imr, Mujahid said, means an evil thing, and Qatada said, Imr means an astounding thing. At this point, reminding him of the previously agreed condition, Al-Khidr said to him, "Did I not tell you that you will not be able to have patience with me?" Meaning that this thing that he deliberately did is one of the things that he told Musa alayhi salam not to denounce him for that, because he does not know the full story or the real reason or purpose of why Al-Khidr alayhi salam did that. So Musa said, "Call me not to account for what I forgot, and be not hard upon me for my affair with you," meaning do not be harsh on me. Hence, it says that the hadith from the Prophet, which is an explanation of the hadith of the Prophet, in the first instance, Musa asked Al-Khidr because he had forgotten his promise. Now, next, we have the tafsir group for the verse 74 and 76. So it's the story of the boy that was killed. So then in the Quran it says, then they both proceeded, meaning after the first instance, till they met a boy, and Khidr alayhi salam killed him. It has been stated previously that this boy was playing with other boys in one of the towns, and Al-Khidr deliberately singled him out. He was the finest and the most handsome of them all, and Al-Khidr killed him. When Musa alayhi salam saw this, he denounced him even more fervently than in the first case, and said quickly, hastily, "Have you killed an innocent person?" Meaning a young person who had not yet committed any sins or done anything wrong. Yet Khidr killed him بغير نفس, without nafs, with no reason for killing him. لقد جئت شيئا نكرا. Verily you have committed a thing, nukr, meaning something that is clearly evil. And then Khidr, of course, responded, "Did I not tell you that can have no patience with me? Once again, Al-Khidr reiterates the conditions set in the first place. So Musa says to him, if I ask you anything after this, meaning if I object to anything else you do after this, keep me not in your company. You have received an excuse from me. So as in, if Musa alayhi salam reprimands Khidr again for any actions he does, then Musa says, you should leave me alone. You will not be around me anymore. Next, with the verse group 77 and 78, it's talking about the story of repairing the wall. Allah tells us they both proceeded after the two incidents that happened, till they came to the people of the town. Ibn Jarir narrated from Ibn Sirin that it was Al-Ayla, according to one of the hadith. Now, they asked for food, they asked the people for food, but they refused to entertain them. Then they found they're in a wall about to collapse, and Khidr set the wall straight, meaning he fixed it so it was standing upright properly. We have already seen, there's been a hadith that says that Al-Khidr, he puts it up with his own hands, supporting it until it stands straight, which is something extraordinary. So at this point, Musa said to him, if you had wished, surely you could have taken wages for it. Meaning, because they did not treat us as guests, you should not have worked for them for free. Now he said, Now Khidr replied, this is the parting between you and I. Meaning, because you said after the boy was killed that if you ask me anything after that, you should not accompany me any further, this is the place we'll be parting ways, we will separate. Now, سأنبئك بتاويل, I will tell you the interpretation, meaning explanation of those things which you were not be able to be patient. Next, after that, in Surah, in the ayah 79, it's the interpretations of why the ship was damaged. So this is Al-Khidr explaining his actions. So this is an explanation of what Musa found so hard to understand, and it was why he condemned it. Allah showed Al-Khidr the hidden reason. So Al-Khidr said, I damaged the ship to make it faulty because they used to pass by a king who was one of the oppressors, who seized every boat. So in order to make the boat this king would seize to be faulty, Al-Khidr purposely damaged it. Then the next interpretation of why the boy was killed, Al-Khidr killed the boy Al-Khidr killed was destined to be a disbeliever from the day he was created. So and Ibn Jarir from Ibn Abbas, so he said his parents were believers and we feared he would oppress them by religion and disbelief. Their love for him might make them follow him in his disbelief. Qatada said his parents rejoiced when he was born and grieved for him when he was killed. If he had stayed alive, he would have been the cause of their doom. So let the man be content with the decree of Allah. For the decree of Allah for the believer, even if he dislikes it, it's better for him than if he were to decree something that he likes for him. Now, next, the last explanation is the interpretation of why the wall was repaired for no charge. In this ayah, there's a proof from the word qarya, village, may refer to a city Medina, which is two Arabic words. So حتى إذا أتى أهل القرية, till when we came to the people of the town, qarya. But here he says فكان لغلام يتيم في المدينة. This word is different. Al-Medina means town also. Now, he say, why is not this Quran sent down to some of the great men of these towns? This is in a different ayah. The meaning of ayah 1882, I repaired the wall because it belonged to two orphan boys in the city, and underneath it was some treasure belonging to them. So Aqatada and other scholars of Islam said underneath it there was some wealth that was buried for them, meaning this meaning is apparent from the context of the ayah, and this is the view chosen by Ibn Jarir, may Allah have mercy on him. Now their father was a righteous man, indicating that a righteous person's offspring will be taken care of, and that the blessings of his worship will extend to them in this world and the hereafter. This will occur through his intercession for them, as well as their status being raised to the highest level of Al Jannah, paradise, so that he may find joy in them. This was stated in the Quran and also reported in the Sunnah. Sa'id bin Jubair narrated from Ibn Abbas anhu, that they were taken care of because their father was a righteous man, although it's not stated themselves that they were righteous. Now, that's the tafsir and also the explanation of the actions of Al-Khidr alayhi salam.
Thank you, Brother Mikhail, for your summarization of the Tafsir ibn Kasir. Now, before that, guys, we have another participant. He was a bit late to join, and his name is Mutadita Rubayat. Rubayat, could you please introduce yourself, please?
Yes, Assalamualaikum. My name is Mujaddid Ar-Rubaiyad. I read in studying in Manat Dhaka International School and College in grade 7.
Okay.
Thank you. Now we will be continuing with the summarization of verses 71 to 85 and main teachings and implementation in our daily life.
Okay, Saad, would you like to share a summary of verses 71 to 85?
For main teachings, Zayeem Abdullah. For implementation, Zayeem Abdullah.
I have, you can check your, Saad, can you hear me?
Saad, you are muted.
Saad, you're muted.
Sorry. These verses continue the story of Prophet Musa and Khadir. Khadir performs three seemingly explicable actions damaging a boat belonging to poor fishermen, killing a young boy, repairing a wall in a town that refused to offer them hospitality. Each action is met with Musa's confusion and objection, but Khadir explains that these actions were based on divine wisdom, which Musa could not comprehend at the time. The story teaches profound lessons about trusting Allah's wisdom even when his plan seems unclear and unjust.
MashaAllah. Thank you, Saad. Now I will be now Rubayat. I'm requesting Rubayat to continue with the main teachings. Rubayat, please start. Rubayat, please start.
Please. Okay, I'm sorry. I was a bit in
I think Rubaiyat is having internet issues.
Okay. I am requesting Mahmoud to continue with the main teachings. Now please start. Start please.
Main teaching, divine wisdom.
Start please, Mahmoud.
Divine wisdom is beyond human understanding. Allah's plans often involve wisdom that is not immediately apparent to humans. What may seem harmful or unfair at first may have a greater purpose. Patience and trust in Allah. Musa's inability to remain patient with Khidr's actions highlight the importance of trusting Allah's plan without questioning His wisdom. Allah's protection and mercy. Khidr's actions, though seemingly harsh, were acts of mercy and protection in the long run. This shows that Allah's mercy is always at work, even in situations that appear difficult. The value of humility in learning. Musa's Musa's journey with Khidr teaches that true knowledge requires humility, patience, and the willingness to accept that we don't know everything. Trials as a test of faith. The events in these verses serve as a reminder that trials and challenges are often tests from Allah to strengthen our faith and trust in Him.
Okay. Thank you, Mahmoud, for his summarization for the main teachings. Now I will be concluding today's program. Okay. So the implementations to make in life. Trust in Allah's plan and face with difficulties or situations you don't understand. Remind yourself Allah's wisdom is perfect. Avoid questioning His decisions and instead trust Allah as He knows what's best for you. Practice patience. Be patient during trials and challenges. Use patience as a tool to strengthen your faith and character. Understand that everything happens for a reason, even if it's not immediately clear. Seek knowledge and humility. Reflect on Allah's mercy. Avoid hasty judgment. Strengthen your faith during trials. Be grateful for Allah's protection. Key takeaway. These verses remind us that Allah's wisdom is beyond our understanding and His plans are always rooted in mercy and justice. By trusting His plan, practicing patience and seeking knowledge with humility, we can navigate life's challenges with faith and confidence. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the patience to trust His wisdom and the humility to accept His guidance. Amen. Thank you everyone for joining today's live stream. Jazakumullah bil khair. We hope you gained valuable lessons and insights from our transformative discussion. If you enjoyed this session, please like, share, invite others to join and subscribe to our channel. Tomorrow, inshallah, we'll continue our journey with Surah Al Kahf verses 86 to
87.
86 to 100. Sorry, 87 to 100. Stay tuned for more enriching discussions and Quranic reflections. So that's the end of today's live session. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.